Good morning. So, I am currently going to work with the car that I got after an accident. It's a 2010 Ford Edge Limited. Got it for 7,500, which is, I feel like it's expensive, but I did get a deal on it because he was selling it for 8,500, and I'm just not leaving the house. On my way to work, and I probably won't get to work until 9 or no 10:30. But I'm gonna tell you a few things that happened thing between sorry, my thought process is getting taken over by this dirt road. It's a lot of people are driving on this dirt road, you know, going to my house since they fixed the back roads, but they never fixed this one. I don't know why. So I got the car yesterday because I needed it to go to work today. So I registered everything yesterday, got a tag, and you gotta pay the fee for that and stuff. And it's okay. I don't have to pay a lot. The only thing that I have problem with is like I know I have to take this to the shop and to get a check and service because I don't think it has been serviced. It's been running. It has 89,375.9 miles for 2010, which is not bad. My only concern is if I take it to the shop and then they call for because of the recall that the previous owner didn't go to. So I'm gonna take it to the shop for the recall, and if they hold on to the car, I don't know what car I'm gonna use to go to work. It's my only problem. But other than that, it's everything's been good. So before I got the car, I didn't have any money, so I tried to finance a motorcycle. So I have a motorcycle. It's 2026 XSR 900, and I'm customizing it at the moment. I'm not riding it at all. I only rode it because I had to go to work, and I didn't have any money to keep taking Uber. But I still had to take Uber anyhow because there are times when it was raining and I had to go to work. There are times where, my body is actually hurting so much due to the accident that I had to go to work and stuff like that. But still, I need to go to work. And yeah, it's a never-ending problem. I had a problem with money because I'm using a lot of my credit card. I have like 2,000, 3,000 left that I have to pay for my credit card, and I have to work that off. It's a never-ending cycle of work, spend money on things, work, spend money on things. But I'll show you guys the motorcycle once I have it. Once I finish building it. Honestly, I might as well make the video, but I'm not gonna ride it. My lawyer told me not to ride it. I've been going to a doctor. I've been going to chiropractor a lot every Tuesday and Thursday because I have to work the rest of the week. Excuse me. Other than that, it's been okay. The car's driving nice. This is the first time I drove the car. Well, no, this is the second time I drove the car. First time I'm gonna be driving it far because I have to drive about an hour to go to work. It's not bad. It's running. I know I'm gonna be putting mileage on this, so that's the whole plan until I can afford a better car. But here's the thing. Here's the whole secret. I was complaining a lot to God. I was telling God, I wish that I could get a motorcycle. I wish that I could get a truck or a car bigger than my 2021 Corolla LE, right? I was praying. But then, and then I was also praying that I wish my car was this and that. It was red. I wish it was a bigger SUV or a truck. I was complaining. I wasn't grateful enough. Until I got into an accident going to see my best friend, my old roommate. After a while, I was going to Orlando, and then all of a sudden I stopped, and all of a sudden I got hit, rear-ended. That was pretty bad. And yeah, lost the car, went to the emergency room, and all of that happened after I spent money on moving, right? This happened all at the same month. So I spent money moving to the old house with my mother, and I spent money on moving, like, because I live like an hour or so away from the old house. So I got a truck, spend money moving here and there, holding on to my stuff before my lease, and so I'm moving it like as fast as I can. So I'm rushing it, right? The process. So I'm spending money on that. I had to buy a new bed, a single bed, because my room is smaller than the other room that I used to have in the apartment. And spent quite a lot. So let's say I spent about $3,000 buying and moving, right? It's a hassle, it's stress. And then a week later, 2 weeks later, before, I think in the middle of June, it was about June 18, right? June 18. I got hit, accident, all this happened. Took a while until now. Had to go to work with a sore body after a month. So I believe July 5th, I went back to work. I tried to go back to work in the beginning of July, but then my body was aching so bad, so I went back home after driving, an hour. So I drove an hour back. It's crazy. Yeah, that happened at the same time, and now I was sick 2 days ago. I'm sick yesterday, and I'm kind of getting better today. Happened at the same time. All of this, all those problems, all the stress. So I spent like so much money during my accident, because I had to pay some bills, and I had to get that off my savings, and then I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to go to chiropractor, and I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that, go to work, use Uber, pay for this, pay for that. I spent so much. That's because I wasn't grateful. It's because I was greedy. I was being so greedy and not looking at what I have and not being content that, hey, every wishes comes true. Well, most of the time. And I'm pretty sure there's a learning lesson that I learned. Don't be greedy. Wait for things to, for you to achieve the moment. Wait for you to level up as a character before you level up in life. So you have to level up your character before you get all the things that you want. So if you force yourself, if you force the things that you want, if you rush it, you get all this. You get all this BS. And now I actually have PTSD with cars speeding and stopping behind me. I'm actually scared, and I don't freak out. I kind of like, oof, please don't hit me, type kind of thing. Uh, yeah. Other than that, it's not a bad it's not a bad life. I learned something. I learned that life is very, very difficult. If you make it difficult, if you become way too greedy on things. So that's an update, and I'll show you guys an update when it comes to the motorcycle part of my life. It's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys. Let me go turn this off. I'll see you until next time.